Hello, everybody. I'm Jackie K. Cooper, and my entertainment rundown for today is another double feature. I'm going to be giving you a review of the film Fatima and also Max Winslow and the House of Secrets. First off, the Fatima. Some people say Fatima. I think it's Fatima. This is based on a true story of three children in Portugal who were out in a field near their home. It's one girl and her two cousins, and they're out in the field, and the Virgin Mary appears to them and speaks. And they rush home and tell their parents and tell different ones. But I didn't know. I'd heard about this this miraculous sighting that is just a sacred story throughout Catholic history. I didn't know that when it happened that so many people did not believe it. They thought that the main girl, Lucia, who's played by Stephanie Gill, that she was trying to draw attention to herself, that she wanted to get the village's attention, and they really did scoff at her. Even her mother said, you need to quit making up stories, you need to tell the truth. I'm not going to be upset, but just go on and tell me that you made it up, because she didn't believe her. And just a lot of things happened to try to get all three of the children who were in there. I think Lucia was right, maybe 13, 12, and then the other two children were younger than that. But when when Mary spoke to them, she said, "You must come back each month, and I will speak with you again." And this was back during 1917, and the movie itself starts out with a reporter played by Harvey Keitel going to visit Sister Lucia at a convent. She's played by Sonia Braga, and he's questioning her because he doesn't completely buy the story of all that happened and what was done and what was said, the results. And she is telling him her story. She's not trying to really convert him, not really trying to make him see that it was true or anything like that. She is just telling her story, answering his questions. And then, of course, through flashbacks, it goes back, and you see each incident as it occurs. The young girl who plays Lucia, Stephanie Gill, is really good. She just, you believe her. You believe her character when it tells it, that this was not a figment of her imagination, that this was a true miraculous event. And then again, you have the people, the mayor of the town, some of the military, because this is during World War I. They're not believing, and they're saying no. And then you have the believers who do believe that what happened, but they want to share in the miracle. People are brought to be healed, that type of thing. The crowd grows and grows and grows. But this is a movie unlike anything you've seen in a while. It's a pure movie of faith, and about these children and what they saw, and then what was taken to be miracles that occurred at this time. So it's a film that some will scoff at and think that it's just religious hysteria, and how is it validated? But there will be others who will see it and will find comfort in it as to what was done. Lucia's mother is played by an actress named Lucia Moniz, Moniz. And I kept watching her. She plays someone, and I kept thinking, I know her. I've seen her somewhere before. And then it suddenly dawned on me, even after, it didn't dawn on me when I saw her name, but that didn't mean anything to me. But then I remembered that in the movie Love Actually, which is one of my all-time favorite movies, Colin Firth's character goes, I think, to Portugal to write a book or whatever. And his housekeeper is played by this woman, Lucia Moniz. And so you have that person who is so outstanding in that movie, and here she is as the mother of the girl who has the vision in this film. But all of the actors are good. The story is presented in a very simple fashion. Joanna Ribeiro plays the Virgin Mary, who appears to them, and it's just an interesting film to see. It's rated PG because there is some mild violence, and that's the reason for the PG rating. I scored it 6 out of 10. Again, I think it is above average and really, worth your time to see if you are all right with the subject matter. So, Fatima, rated PG for mild violence, gets a score of 6 out of 10. That brings us to Max Winslow and the House of Secrets. And this is a movie about, kids in high school. There's a man who's a multimillionaire, inventor, kind of like Elon Musk type character. He's played by Chad Michael Murphy, and he has this home, a mansion, and he announces to the high school, that he's going to pick 5 students, and they're going to come and take some tests, and the one who wins, he will deed them the house. So they all get excited, the ones who are chosen, and go, and it's like a 4-hour test for them to pass through, and then have a winner decided. What struck me about this was the 5 kids. It was like the Breakfast Club kids got picked to go take the test in the house, and they find out these are mental tests, physical tests, etc. when they get there. But I could see the Molly Ringwald character, because there's one of the girls who go. She's constantly taking selfies of herself and sending them out over Instagram and whatever. She's supposed to be the vain person there. And then there's the brainy girl, who's kind of nerdy, who doesn't have a lot of self-confidence. She's there. Then there's the athlete, it's lacrosse, not football, but he is the athlete who's popular in high school. Then there's the rebel, who doesn't go along with any of the rules. And then there's the guy who's kind of a nerd who is a gamer. I kept thinking of Anthony Michael Hall from The Breakfast Club when I saw him. But they're the 5 stereotypical characters from The Breakfast Club put into this movie. And I never really got the complete point of the film. These tests that they have to get and the lessons that they learn are very important, and it makes for an interesting film. It certainly held my attention, and it's something that kids, I think, young people would enjoy. Kids are coverage of a lot of years there, but like I said, it stars the athlete guy who's kind of the main star, aside from Max Winslow, and it's Maxine Winslow, who is played by Sydney Michaeli, and then the athlete is played by Tanner Buchanan. But all of the actors are competent. They're not, this is not The Breakfast Club in any sense, but it does have a flavor of that goes through it. So if you can really identify with the characters quickly. They just, because they're stereotypical, you just kind of grasp onto them and feel more at ease knowing what each one kind of represents. And then their twist in their lives and relationships that are formed, that type of thing. And the actress Martina Sirtis is the voice of the house, like it's it's Siri or whatever, and there it goes. But the film is rated PG for violence and suspense. I guess that got it the PG rating. I scored it 6 out of 10. I think young people will enjoy it, and it's something that is aimed toward them. So reach down there, hit the subscribe button. We want to have you aboard because we've got lots of movies, hopefully in theaters and coming direct to video on demand or other streaming services, that type of thing. But for today, it has been reviews of Fatima, which got a 6 out of 10, and Max Winslow and the House of Secrets that got a 6 out of 10. So this has been Jackie K. Cooper's Entertainment Rundown with that double feature.